Namaste. Today I like to say something about Sree Padmanabhaswamy temple in Trivandrum. Padmanabhaswamy temple is situated at Trivandrum in Kerala. That is, it is at the state capital. Now, when we examine the oldness, it is something 5,000 years old. Several names are connected with the origin of the temple. Formerly, this temple had a connection with Divagara Muni, and the temple had a connection with Agastya Muni also, because Agastya Muni had his samadhi at Padmanabhaswamy temple. He was a very powerful saint. He attained samadhi in several places. And thirdly, the most important is about Villumangalam Swamigal. He was a native of Kerala. He had his origin somewhere in Kerala. From there, he heard a sound from the air that Lord Padmanabha will give him darshan at Anandan Ghat. From that time onwards, he was searching for Anandan Ghat. Somehow or other, this Villumangalam Swamiya reached here, and he was near the Anandan Ghat. At that time, a lay woman, a farmer woman, she was trying to pacify her child. Child was crying aloud. She wanted to stop the cry of her baby. So she threatened that I will throw you to Anandan Ghat or something. Anyhow, from this lady, this Villumangalam Swamiya understood the way to Anandan Ghat, and he reached there and he prayed. He underwent meditation, he had taken tapasyas, and finally this Lord Mahavishnu appeared before him in the form of Ananda Shayana. That is, Lord Mahavishnu lying on the serpent Ananda. Serpent Ananda is having threefold and 5 heads, and these 3 folds are 3 layers. It has symbolic significance also. Each layer represents each guna. The one layer Sattu Guna, and another one is Rajo Guna, and the third one Tamo Guna. And the 5 heads of the Ananda represents the 5 senses of the human being, and it has a symbolic connection also. Anyhow, this Lord Padmanabha appeared before Villumangalam Swamiya, and he doesn't know what to do. He wants to welcome the Lord. That Anandan Ghat, that means the Anandan forest, that was really a forest, especially in those areas. And he collected some small mangoes and offered to Padmanabha in a broken coconut shell. This custom is still following. Every day, these small tiny mangoes are offered to Lord Padmanabha, but not in broken vessel, in the golden plate, golden blessed. So there are so many things connected with Padmanabhaswamy temple. After some time or after some days, Villumangalam Swami ended samadhi. He had his samadhi. And a Krishna Swami temple was built on the top of Villumangalam Swami Samadhi. And that was the first origin. Only later all other idols came into being. Even before the installation of Lord Padmanabha, this Krishna Swami temple was in existence. That is what the legend says. Anyhow, Villumangalam Swami, he was a very powerful Swamiji. He had seen ever so many gods and goddesses before him. Gods and goddesses came before him in person. And there are ever so many idols also. Upadevatas like Narasimhamurti, Krishna Swami, Hanuman, and all these are there. And before the rule of Rajas, there were a strong Samiti there. And during the period of Anirandhirinal Martandavarma, he defeated this Samiti and confiscated their wealth. And using this wealth, he prepared Pal Payasam for Pandiradi Puja. And he declared one thing. This Anirandhirinal Martandavarma openly declared himself as a Dhasa of Padmanabha. And he also proclaimed one thing. All the kings coming after him will be known as Dhasas, Padmanabha Dhasas. This was the proclamation of Anirandhirinal Martandavarma. And one of the noted features is about Arat, the Arat festival. Every year, once in 6 months, this Arat festival is conducted. That is, the idols of Padmanabha, Narasimhamurti, Krishna Swami, and were carried in a Garuda vehicle, accompanying band musicians. And the musics of the band, several devotees and priests carry this to Shangamukha. There is a place called Aratu Kadavu at Shangamukha. They immerse these idols there, and in connection with this, they conduct a lot of pujas. Puja rituals are conducted in connection with the immersion ceremony. And after doing this, they return back to either to the temple or to their residences. Anyhow, this is another Vaikunta. It can be called as a Vaikunta also. I had chances to visit several times. Every afternoon, food is offered to the devotees as prasadam. And there are so many wonders heard from the temple. These are only some of the things. Now I am concluding my speech here.